Actually, you tell John, you think the fresh air out here will do you some good. Also, that playground equipment he mentioned really sweetens the pot. You hope he doesn't mind. After all, as a mailman, you were meant to be outdoors. You took a mailman's oath and everything. Yeah. John will probably believe that.
Sure, no problem. I totally understand. It gets really stuffy in there, especially with all the baking my dad does. We can hang out in my yard. Feels like it's been ages since I took a spin on the old pogo ride.
Pogo ride, he says? Well, that just seals the deal. You bow flamboyantly and gesture for him to lead the way. But you quickly regret doing that because it was a little much.
Well, here it is. My backyard in all its glory. I'd hardly ever come out here anymore, honestly. There's the old rusty swing set. Brings back good memories. And there's the pogo ride. You better hop on before I beat you to it. Just kidding. The thing is a death trap. You really should go nowhere near that thing unless you like dying.
Oblivious to the humorous nature of his remark, you shake your head solemnly. Oh no, you say. You're pretty sure dying sucks and you never want to do it again.
Huh. That's a weird thing to say. Are you saying you've died before? Or is this some sort of weird mailman joke?
Oh, yeah. You mailmen like to joke around a lot. Sometimes very darkly. It gets very stressful delivering the mail sometimes, and sometimes you just need to blow off some steam by making light of your mortality and... It doesn't seem like this is going over well. To be fair, it is one of your worst explanations so far, and that's really saying something. You start to falter and lose your composure. You don't seem to have it in you to follow through with the lie. You stop talking and hang your head.
Hey, what's wrong?
You decide to tell him the truth. Yes, you've been dead before, possibly a bunch of times. You're not sure. Actually, you can't remember any of the circumstances surrounding your deaths, and you aren't even sure who you are. Frankly, you're a little confused by your own existence sometimes.
Oh no. Well, I'd be lying if I said that wasn't a little hard to believe. But I'll listen to what you have to say anyway, because that's what friends are for. How did that happen?
Oh, well, you cast your mind back as hard as you can. You really give it a good, hard think. You remember a room, and a computer screen, and just this really intense feeling of frustration.
A computer screen? I get being very frustrated at your computer screen. I do that every day.
Yeah, he gets it. It's written all over his face. This is a boy who feels your pain. He's following you perfectly.
I'm not really following.
Then you explain how you ended up in the afterlife.
Afterlife?
You're pretty sure it was the afterlife. Maybe heaven. It was a little too freaky for heaven. But you were alone. Then you found a mysterious artifact on the ground.
You found a mysterious artifact in hell?
Yes, it was white and flat and lying on the ground. As if it was just waiting for you. Or waiting for someone else maybe, but you found it first by accident? You find it hard to believe you were destined for any cursed treasure such as this. Perhaps the artifact belonged to Lucifer himself.
Lucifer? Wow.
Oh, you didn't realize you said the Lucifer thing out loud. Maybe you should consider reeling this in a bit. You're beginning to wonder if you're coming off as a little unhinged here. Except John is clearly transfixed by your story, and looking a little concerned. You guess there's no going back now. You've committed yourself to the truth, as insane as it sounds. So you saw something weird. It looked like a little house. The obvious thing to do was to stick your hand inside the house. So that's what you did. Then you felt funny and teleported out of hell. That's how you ended up here on Earth, where you then became a mailman and decided to have a long and rewarding career of delivering the mail. And then you met John, and now you're basically best friends. The end.
This all sounds pretty fucked up.
Yes, it does, doesn't it? You're right back to feeling like a crazy person again. He probably doesn't believe you. It seems like you're going to have to take this even further, or risk eroding the foundation of trust this blossoming friendship is built on. You mentioned that you're pretty sure the Devil's Treasure gave you some magic powers.
Magic powers? Like what?
You're not sure. You can sort of teleport now. Also, you're pretty sure you can time travel. You haven't tested it out much, you admit.
Teleportation and time travel, huh? That's a lot.
You can prove it, you say desperately. Suddenly, it feels like this friendship is hanging by a thread, and you'll do anything to preserve it. It's time to bring out the big guns. The revelation to this boy that, contrary to all known scientific wisdom, magic is far from fake. It's real as shit. For instance, you remind him that you both almost went up to his bedroom, but decided not to because the trek across the house was too risky. But what if you could just teleport there?
Sounds like a handy trick. I'm still guessing this is all bullshit, though. Like a prank. That's okay, though. I love pranks.
Ah, but it's no prank. At least you think. You've never actually tested this power at all. God, you hope you don't end up making a fool of yourself. Everything is riding on this.
Hey! What are you?
Here goes nothing.
Whoa, it worked! Unbelievable! Do you know what this means, Mr. Mailman?
You shake your head.
It means magic is fucking real!
You shrug. You guess it is. You won't admit it, but all you really care about right now is the fact that you saved the friendship. It should be all smooth sailing from here.
Well, it's a pretty good thing I met you, because if you didn't show up, I'm pretty sure that nothing anywhere close to being this incredible would ever have happened to me.
You consider that remark for a moment, and decide you absolutely agree. You are definitely the best and most exciting thing that will ever happen to this kid.
You also said something about time travel? Can we try that too? Or would that be too disruptive to the space-time continuum?
You have him eating out of the palm of your hand now. No need to slow this train down. Continuum schmuntinuum. Whatever your new friend wants, he gets.
Oh, I know. Why don't we just go back in time by about a week? And we can stay right here. That way we won't risk messing up anything important.
Sure, that makes sense. You get ready to use your new hell power and concentrate as hard as you can on the idea of 1 week ago. That's probably how it works.
Not much changed, except... Wait, the cakes are gone! That must mean it isn't my birthday yet, which means it worked! This is 1 week ago! Wow! Oh, for fuck's sake! I forgot! Of course there was gonna be a past me in the room a week ago. God, I'm such an idiot. This is gonna fuck things up, isn't it? What the hell is going on here? Whatever it is, it seems really stupid. You're right, John. It is stupid. Sorry, I wasn't using my head. Don't worry, we'll get out of your hair. Hey, quick! Let's head out to the yard so we fuck up space-time as little as possible. Phew! Well, that was dumb. Maybe let's try to avoid using your time travel powers from now on. It could really lead to a lot of messy bullshit.
You wholeheartedly agree. All you really want to do is make friends, not clown around through space-time.
Meanwhile, I guess we're still a week in the past. But now, just standing in my yard doing nothing? This seems pointless. We should probably head back to the present.
You nod. It was an interesting experiment, and it brought you a lot of credibility. But it's time to... Wait a minute. Something is wrong. There's a slight buzzing in the air. You can feel it.
What's the matter?
You tell him you think someone's coming. Quick, you have to hide.
Whoa, okay.
You and John dash into a neighbor's yard and hide behind the fence. You peek into the backyard to see what's happening. Suddenly, you see it. That energy you were feeling was a whole group of teenagers randomly teleporting into John's backyard.
What the fuck?
You examine them more closely. They are all dressed in ridiculous, colorful outfits. Is the circus in town? There did seem to be a lot of clowns in John's house. Maybe this house is some kind of globally recognized headquarters for traveling clowns. But they're not really clowns, just teens, wearing strange pajama-looking clothes. 8 of them, to be precise. On closer inspection, one of them seems familiar. The guy in the blue pajamas. You think it's your new friend John, but he seems older. Definitely not a 13-year-old kid, like your buddy here. None of them are. They all appear to settle in for a while, to talk amongst themselves. The guy in the yellow Speedo gets down to business on the pogo ride, totally oblivious to its dangers. There seems to be a serious atmosphere hanging over this group of teens. Important discussions are happening. It's completely baffling to you, and by the look on your buddy's face, to John as well. Suddenly, an uneasy feeling settles over you, like you're witnessing something that was never meant to be seen by anyone. Perhaps a rendezvous point established by this group of teens for exactly that reason. That no one would think to be watching this quiet suburban backyard right now. Should you stay and listen, or go? You're not sure what to do. You can't shake the feeling that something highly inappropriate is happening here, just by watching. Like you're beholding a moment so divorced from an authoritative chain of events that to even witness this moment is not only narratively compromising, but extremely cursed.
Hey, is that guy in the blue pajamas me?
You pat John on the back. You can only imagine what's going through his head right now. He hasn't seen a time travel duplicate of himself in, well, minutes.
Man, I look so much older. What am I even wearing? And how are all these people... Wait! I know some of them! That's Rose and Dave and... Jade? With dog ears? I don't know the others, though. Wait. I know what's going on. They must be from the future. It's the only explanation, especially since we did some time travel ourselves, thus proving magic to be real. Did you have something to do with this, Mr. Mailman?
You shake your head. You are just as surprised by this nonsense as he is. It seems one or more people in this group have somehow obtained similar abilities offered by the hell treasure you touched.
I guess they're all from a few years in the future, when we're all a bunch of older, cooler teenagers. Maybe we all go to college together or something. Maybe that's where we make these 4 new friends. There's something familiar about all of them, but I can't put my finger on it. But why do we look so ridiculous? Did I join a troupe of traveling street performers, thus following in the footsteps of my father? And somehow managed to rope everyone into the act, including Dave and Rose, who almost certainly would think the idea was really stupid, even though it's clearly great and cool, while somehow also involving time travel? I don't know. I'm so confused. What are they even doing here? Did this really happen just outside my house 1 week ago? Without me even knowing about it at all? What else have I been missing? How much more is there to know about my future adventures of me and my friends, which has been taking place in secret like this? I wonder if there's a lot more to my life than I could have imagined. Actually, I should probably be thanking you. If you hadn't told me my game got lost in the mail, I might have got way too hung up on it. That might have totally altered the trajectory of my life. Then I wouldn't get to go on whatever sweet adventures happen in the future. That will lead me to wear a bunch of silly pajamas. And apparently speak with great authority in front of a group of very cool teens.
You bow your head contemplatively, as if to say, you're welcome. You're welcome for your entire life, and every cool thing that ever happens to you from now on. After some time passes, the group of teens seem to finish up whatever business they had in this yard, and disappear into thin air. You guess that's the end of whatever that was. Since there isn't much point to staying here a week in the past, you decide to return John to the present moment.
Huh. Well, that was interesting. We were a little too far away to hear what they were saying. I think I kept overhearing the word English? I wonder if some of those teens speak a foreign language. Was I teaching them English? Phew. This sure is some shitty speculation. It makes no sense at all. I guess the only thing to do is wait until I become that John, and then find out for myself. Sounds exciting, but also a little overwhelming. Damn, I'm gonna need to think about this.
You watch as John spaces out for a solid minute, thinking about his absurd future. You glance toward that swing set, wondering if the fun times John had planned for you are going to continue to recede further into the distance as he comes to grips with his mysterious destiny. You cough a little to snap him out of his stupor.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Mailman. I know we said we would do something fun, but now I think I'm kind of in an existential mood. I think I should take a walk and think about what just happened today. I feel weird. It's nothing personal, and I just need some space. Well, see you.
Bad ending. Vague existential crisis.